Ladies and gentlemen, there are times in life when we pour all our energy, passion, and dedication into something, only to find that no matter how hard we try, things just don't seem to fall into place. It's like running a race where you give everything you've got, but somehow you're always just a step behind. You push forward, sweat, struggle, and put in the hours, but every turn you make brings a new roadblock. It's as though the universe itself is conspiring against you, pushing you back every time you think you've made progress. This feeling of being unlucky, of giving your best but seeing nothing come of it, is something that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that the problem lies within us. We begin to wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why does it feel like everyone else is succeeding while I am stuck in a cycle of failure? It's tempting to believe that maybe we just aren't cut out for success or that we're not good enough. The frustration starts to build, and the weight of each setback makes it harder to keep going. We might look at the success of others and feel like there's a secret formula to their victories, something we're missing, but we can't quite figure it out. The most challenging part about feeling unlucky is the uncertainty that comes with it. You're left questioning not only the outcome of your efforts, but the very nature of the effort itself. Should you keep going, or is it time to give up? Every attempt that ends in disappointment or failure feels like it's eroding your belief in your own abilities. The doubts creep in, and the negativity becomes hard to shake. You see others advancing, achieving their goals, and it feels like you're standing still, unable to catch up. In these moments, it's easy to forget that success is rarely a straight path. What we often fail to see behind someone else's achievements are the countless hours of hard work, the sacrifices, the failures, and the frustrations they experience before reaching their destination. No one is immune to the feeling of being unlucky. In fact, every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has likely encountered the same frustration we're feeling now. They've faced obstacles, failed repeatedly, and struggled to move forward. The difference is they didn't stop when things got tough. They didn't let failure define them or convince them to quit. There's also the element of timing. Sometimes we're doing everything right, but the timing just isn't in our favor. Circumstances out of our control might be holding us back, and this is where the frustration can really sting. You may feel that if only the conditions were better, if only things lined up differently, success would be within reach. But the reality is that timing isn't something we can control. What we can control, however, is our willingness to keep moving forward despite the setbacks, despite the feeling that luck is never on our side. It's crucial to recognize that frustration is a natural part of the journey towards success. It's the fire that tests our resolve and forces us to examine how badly we want what we're striving for. Every time we face failure or encounter obstacles, we have a choice. We can let it defeat us, or we can let it fuel our determination to push harder. The most successful people are not those who avoided frustration or lucked their way to the top. They are the ones who faced it head on, learned from it, and emerged stronger because of it. In the end, frustration is not a sign that we're not trying hard enough. It's simply a part of the process. It's a sign that we care, that we're invested, and that we're willing to give our best even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. While luck may not always be in our favor, the effort we put forth and the lessons we learn along the way are the things that truly shape our future. Success is often viewed through the lens of tangible outcomes, achieving a goal, reaching a destination, or receiving recognition for our efforts. We are conditioned to measure success by the results, the finished product, the visible signs of progress. However, if we only focus on the end result, we may overlook the most important aspect of success, the persistence and effort that fuel the journey. Persistence is the act of continuing forward. Even when the path becomes difficult, even when the immediate rewards seem distant or non-existent, it's about showing up day after day, putting in the work and staying committed regardless of setbacks. In many ways, persistence is more powerful than the outcome itself. This is because persistence is what keeps us moving, what keeps us engaged in the process, even when external circumstances may not be in our favor. It's the act of moving forward, even when we're uncertain, tired, or discouraged. When we persist, we build the resilience needed to face the inevitable challenges and obstacles that arise on the path to success. The idea that success is defined only by the end result is limiting. It disregards the growth that occurs through persistence, the skills we develop, and the personal strength we gain through continued effort. Sometimes the most valuable experiences aren't the accomplishments we achieve, but the lessons we learn along the way. Each setback, each failure, and each moment of frustration teaches us something we might not have learned otherwise. Through persistence, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our strengths, and our weaknesses. We become more capable and more confident, not just in achieving our goals, but in facing whatever challenges life may throw at us in the future. It's also important to realize that persistence doesn't always lead to immediate results, and that's okay. We often expect quick success, especially in a world where everything seems to move at a fast pace. But true success is rarely a product of a single, isolated effort. It's the culmination of consistent effort over time, of showing up even when progress feels slow or invisible. Every day that we continue, despite not seeing immediate rewards, is a victory in itself. Each action, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. This long-term view of success encourages patience and encourages us to value the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. Furthermore, the process of persistence often uncovers opportunities and insights that would not have been apparent if we had stopped at the first sign of failure. Persistence opens doors that would have remained closed if we had given up too soon. It allows us to see beyond the immediate obstacles, and it fosters a mindset that is open to innovation, learning, and growth. Many of the most successful people didn't achieve their success overnight. They faced repeated failures, setbacks, and disappointments, but they kept pushing forward. Their persistence, not their immediate results, is what ultimately led them to success. When we focus on persistence over outcomes, we shift our perspective. We begin to appreciate the effort and the process, not just the end goal. This shift helps us build a mindset that is more adaptable, more resilient, and more accepting of failure as a necessary part of growth. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, we learn to see them as opportunities to refine our approach, to improve, and to get closer to the success we desire. Persistence is not just about moving forward. It's about moving forward with purpose, with dedication, and with the understanding that the journey itself is as valuable, if not more so, than the result. Life has a way of throwing challenges at us when we least expect it. These challenges come in many forms. Some are big, some are small. Some are temporary, and others seem to linger on for longer than we'd like, no matter what they look like. One thing is certain: they test our resolve, they push us to our limits, force us to confront our fears and insecurities, and challenge our deepest beliefs about who we are and what we are capable of. In those moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, as though the weight of the world is on our shoulders and the path ahead is uncertain. The unpredictability of life is both a blessing and a curse. We don't know what tomorrow will bring, and that can be both exciting and terrifying. One minute, everything may seem to be going according to plan, and the next, we find ourselves facing a curveball we didn't see coming. These challenges come in all shapes and sizes: an unexpected job loss, a personal or family crisis, health issue, relationship struggles, or even the simple day-to-day obstacles that seem to pile up all at once. There are moments when it feels like the universe is working against us, throwing us off track just as we were beginning to make progress. It's in these moments that our resolve is truly tested. What makes life's challenges so difficult is their unpredictability. We can prepare all we want, set goals, create plans, and work tirelessly to make sure we're ready for anything. But we can never predict exactly what will come our way. Some challenges are the result of circumstances beyond our control, like a natural disaster or an unexpected medical diagnosis. Others arise from decisions we've made or actions we've taken, and we must face the consequences of those choices. No matter the origin of the challenge, it always requires us to adapt and find a way to move forward. These challenges often show up when we're least prepared for them, catching us off guard and forcing us to adjust our plans. In those moments, we may feel as though we're standing at a crossroads, unsure of which direction to take or whether we even have the strength to keep going. The uncertainty can be paralyzing, making us question whether we are strong enough to handle what's been placed in our path. But it's in these very moments of uncertainty that we find our true strength. Life's challenges, no matter how difficult, reveal the resilience within us. They force us to dig deep, to tap into resources we didn't know we had, and to find ways to cope, adapt, and keep moving forward. It's easy to view challenges, obstacles as things that stand in our way or slow us down. But in truth, they are opportunities for growth. When we are faced with something difficult, we are presented with a chance to learn more about ourselves and the world around us. Each challenge, no matter how painful or frustrating, teaches us something valuable. It may teach us patience, humility, or perseverance. It may force us to reconsider our goals or approach, helping us to grow as individuals. The most profound lessons in life often come from the times when we've been knocked down and had to fight our way back up. However, it's not always easy to see these challenges as opportunities for growth in the moment. When we're in the midst of difficulty, it can be hard to see beyond the immediate pain or frustration. We may feel defeated, as if we're being unfairly tested, and wonder if there's any point in continuing. Yet, it's important to remember that every challenge, no matter how difficult, is a part of the human experience. It's something that everyone faces, though in different ways and at different times. No one is exempt from life's unpredictability, and it's how we respond to these challenges that defines who we are. The true test of our resolve is not how we handle the easy moments in life, but how we face the tough ones. The ability to stay strong, to keep going even when the odds seem stacked against us, is what sets us apart. Challenges push us to rise above our circumstances, to find solutions, and to keep moving forward even when it feels like we're stuck. They teach us that success is not just about the destination, but about how we handle the journey, the way we navigate the twists and turns, the ups and downs, and the unknowns along the way. In facing life's unpredictable challenges, we learn to be more adaptable, more resourceful, and more determined. We develop resilience and fortitude, qualities that can only be forged through experience. These challenges may test our resolve, but they also build it. And while we may not always succeed in the way we expect, the very act of facing challenges head-on strengthens us, helping us become the person we need to be to reach the success and fulfillment we desire. Failure is often viewed as a negative experience, something to avoid at all costs. Many people fear failure because it can feel like a reflection of our shortcomings or inability to succeed. We measure failure by our inability to meet our goals or expectations. However, the real failure lies not in the act of falling short, but in giving up altogether. The truth is, failure is not an end, it's part of the process, a stepping stone on the path towards success. Every person who has ever achieved anything meaningful has faced failure at some point. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their refusal to stop. Failure, while disappointing, provides valuable lessons that cannot be learned through success alone. It teaches resilience, patience, and creativity, qualities that are essential for overcoming future challenges. The only time failure truly becomes final is when we decide that we are no longer willing to try, to learn, or to grow. In life, setbacks are inevitable. We will face moments where things don't go as planned, where our efforts fall short, and where obstacles seem insurmountable. But it's how we respond to those setbacks that defines us. If we let failure dictate our future, we miss the chance to rise again, to try new approaches, and to push through difficult times. It is in the persistence, the determination to continue despite our failures, that true growth occurs. The real failure is stopping. It's deciding that the journey isn't worth the effort, or believing that we are incapable of success. As long as we keep moving forward, we are still in the game. Failure is simply another opportunity to start again, and as long as we keep trying, we haven't truly failed. In life, there are many things beyond our control. We cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or even the random twists of fate that sometimes determine the course of our lives. However, what we can control is how we respond to those circumstances, the effort we put in, the attitude we adopt, and the determination with which we pursue our goals. While luck may not always be on our side, these internal factors are always within our power to shape. Determination is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal. It's the inner drive that pushes us forward, even when external conditions are not favorable. When faced with obstacles, it is determination that helps us persevere, to keep moving even when the outcome seems uncertain. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go our way, but it's in those moments that our determination becomes crucial. Determination doesn't require an immediate victory. It requires the willingness to try, to fail, and to try again. With determination, we can weather the storms of life and keep pushing forward, knowing that persistence will eventually yield results. Work ethic is another factor that is entirely within our control. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or relying on external circumstances to line up in our favor. Work ethic is about showing up day after day, putting in the effort, regardless of the immediate results. Success rarely comes to those who are passive. It comes to those who put in the hard work, who are willing to give their best even when no one is watching. Your work ethic defines your commitment to your goals. It is the foundation that will carry you through the difficult moments, the times when luck is not on your side, and when the path ahead seems unclear. Attitude is perhaps the most important of all. How we view the world, how we approach challenges, and how we respond to setbacks is entirely shaped by our attitude. A positive attitude can transform a difficult situation into an opportunity for growth. It allows us to see challenges not as barriers, but as chances to learn and improve. A negative attitude, on the other hand, can drain our energy and make even small obstacles feel insurmountable. The power of attitude lies in its ability to influence our behavior. When we choose to approach life with a mindset of optimism, gratitude, and resilience, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We create an environment where success is more likely simply because we're willing to keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. While luck can certainly play a role in success, it is not the defining factor. Luck is unpredictable, and it doesn't always align with our efforts or intentions. But our determination, work ethic, and attitude are in our control, and they are the factors that truly determine our ability to succeed. These are the qualities that will sustain us when the going gets tough, and they are the ones that will help us rise above the challenges we face. By focusing on what we can control, we empower ourselves to create our own opportunities and to build a future that is shaped not by chance, but by our own efforts. When we face difficulties or encounter setbacks, it can be tempting to lose sight of the bigger picture. In those moments, the immediate challenges can feel overwhelming, and it's easy to question whether the effort is even worth it. Yet, it is precisely in those moments that it's most important to remember that today's efforts are not just about what we achieve in the present, but about the doors they will open in the future. Every ounce of energy we put into working toward our goals today lays the foundation for tomorrow's opportunities and growth. The reality is that success does not happen overnight. It's the culmination of consistent effort over time, of pushing through the hard days, of staying focused even when the results aren't immediately visible. Often the seeds we plant today take time to sprout, and the rewards for our hard work may not be apparent until months or even years later. This doesn't mean that the effort isn't valuable. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of patience and persistence. The work we put in today might not yield instant results, but it is preparing us for something greater in the future. Every challenge we face, every lesson we learn, and every step we take brings us closer to the opportunities that are waiting down the road. What's crucial to understand is that even when things don't seem to be moving forward as quickly as we would like, we are still growing. Growth doesn't always look like progress in the traditional sense. Sometimes growth is internal. It's the strength we build, the resilience we cultivate, and the skills we acquire that prepare us for future success. Even if we're not seeing immediate outcomes, we are laying the groundwork for what will eventually come to fruition. We are becoming stronger, more capable, and more equipped to handle the challenges and opportunities that will arise in the future. Tomorrow's opportunities often depend on what we do today. The connections we make, the skills we develop, and the experiences we accumulate all contribute to the possibilities that will open up for us in the future. For example, the effort you put into learning a new skill today could open doors to career advancements tomorrow. The small improvements you make in your personal habits or mindset could lead to big changes in the quality of your life down the road. The seeds of success are planted through daily actions, through showing up, giving your best, and staying committed to your goals, even when it feels like the odds are against you. It's also important to realize that the future is shaped not only by our successes, but by how we respond to failures and setbacks. Every challenge we encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more adaptable. These moments of struggle are often the ones that provide the most valuable lessons. When we push through difficulties, we learn how to approach problems differently, how to handle adversity, and how to persevere. These lessons are the building blocks for future success. They make us more resilient and more capable of seizing opportunities when they arise. It's easy to think that failure is a sign that we should stop. But the truth is that failure is often a stepping stone toward greater achievements. Looking ahead, it's important to trust that the work you're doing today is not in vain. Even though the future may seem uncertain and the rewards may feel distant, every effort is a step forward. The opportunities that will arise are often the result of your consistent actions over time. You might not see the full picture yet, but each small effort is contributing to the larger journey you're on. Tomorrow's success is built on today's persistence, hard work, and dedication. So, when you feel discouraged or overwhelmed, remember that the effort you put in today matters. It's laying the foundation for something bigger than what you see right now. Keep moving forward. Keep giving your best and trust that the future is being shaped by the actions you take today. The opportunities that await you may not be immediately visible, but they are there, waiting to be unlocked by your continued efforts and unwavering belief in your potential. Tomorrow's growth begins with the choices you make today. So keep moving forward with faith in the process and the knowledge that every step you take is leading you closer to your goals. In closing, remember that success is not defined by instant results, but by the persistence and effort you invest each day. Life will continue to present challenges, and at times, you may feel as though your efforts aren't being rewarded. But the truth is, every action you take today, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your future. The growth you experience, the lessons you learn, and the resilience you build are the true rewards of this journey. Keep pushing forward with determination, trust the process, and believe in the opportunities that lie ahead. Your future self will thank you for the work you're doing now. And the success that awaits will be the culmination of every step you took, no matter how uncertain the path may have seemed. Stay focused, stay persistent, and know that tomorrow's success is being shaped by today's efforts. Keep moving forward, because the best is yet to come.